Hello again, I am Professor Wolfizzle, and today I want to tell you about a busy social weekend. Because even when we enjoy being around people, it can be tiring and full of small decisions, and learning how to manage energy and time is an important skill in daily life. The weekend starts early on Saturday morning. I wake up with a little excitement because I know that friends will call, invitations will arrive, and plans will change quickly. I make myself a cup of coffee and sit at the table thinking about what I want to do first. I check my phone, read messages, and slowly create a rough plan. Not because I want everything perfect, but because I want to avoid feeling rushed or confused later. Around mid morning, the first friend calls to ask if I want to meet for breakfast. I say yes, and I feel a small wave of energy because social interaction is enjoyable even when the day is busy. I get dressed carefully, choosing clothes that are comfortable but also suitable for being around people, and I leave the house. At the cafe, I see my friend waiting and greet them with a smile. We talk about small things first, like the weather and recent events, and then slowly move to more interesting stories about work, hobbies, and travel. I notice how listening carefully helps me understand their feelings and ideas, and how sharing my own stories creates connection and comfort. We laugh, we ask questions, and sometimes we pause just to enjoy the moment. After breakfast, we decide to walk around the city a little. I notice the people on the streets, the shops, and the colors of the buildings. I point out small things to my friend, and they point out things to me, and this simple exchange makes the walk enjoyable. I think about how often social situations are not only about words, but also about observation, attention, and small gestures. By late afternoon, I start to feel my energy changing. I'm still happy, but I notice that I need a short break. I suggest to my friend that we sit for a few minutes, drink some water, and rest our feet. They agree, and during the break, we continue talking, but more quietly, and I realize how important it is to notice my own limits without feeling guilty. In the evening, more friends arrive for a small gathering. I greet each person warmly, listen to their stories, and share my own experiences. The conversation moves quickly from one topic to another: books, music, work, family, hobbies, and travel. Sometimes I speak, sometimes I listen, and sometimes I just nod and smile, feeling included even when I do not have words to add. I notice that learning English works the same way: listening carefully, observing, and trying to express yourself clearly even when it is not perfect. Late at night, I feel tired but content. I say goodbye to my friends, and as I walk home, I think about the day. I remember the laughter, the conversations, and the small moments of calm, and I realize how balance is essential. Enjoying social activities is important, but so is noticing when it is time to rest and recharge. On Sunday, I wake up a little later, still feeling some tiredness from the previous day. I decide to keep the day lighter. I make breakfast slowly, read a book, and enjoy the quiet morning. I walk around the house, water the plants, and allow myself to move slowly because after a busy social day, the body and mind need recovery. In the afternoon, I reflect on the weekend. I think about the conversations, the decisions I made about energy and attention, and the moments when I felt joy or calm. I notice how every interaction, even small, is an opportunity to practice language, patience, and observation. I remind myself that life is full of such moments, and learning is not only in books or classrooms, but also in these quiet, everyday experiences. As the evening approaches, I prepare a small dinner and sit by the window with a cup of tea. Watch the sun slowly fade, and I feel grateful for the weekend. For the connections, the learning, the laughter, and also the quiet moments. I realize that social life and learning are connected because every conversation, every observation, and every choice is an opportunity to grow and improve. Thank you for listening. I am Professor Wolfizzle, and this was episode 28. I hope you can take these ideas into your own life. Enjoy social situations and notice your own energy and attention. And I look forward to talking to you again very soon.